Hello everyone, and welcome back to Jesse Hecht Creative. Today we're pitting painted figures versus printed figures in a battle between the Hammer Bros and Gaz and the stars from Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars versus the 5 Axem Rangers and the 7 stars from the Super Mario RPG remake. Before we begin, leave a like, hit subscribe, and comment below your favorite figure in this review. It really helps out the channel. Now let's get to it. Let's start off with the Hammer Bros. Similar to the Hammer Bros that we've already seen, this one is different in color mostly. I had the painter paint this for me, and it's kind of bad. For those of you following my bad paint saga, there was someone who I conscripted to paint a lot of figures for me, and they did not turn out as well as I thought. Instead of opting to send them back for a repaint, I thought that would be horrible because it would probably be worse, and I just accepted them as is. I wanted the Hammer Brothers to look like their counterparts from Mario RPG, and they kind of do. Their eyes don't look so much angry as they do just bored. It's kind of sad. The black on the back of the head is painted really nicely, though at least for where it is, although it's not painted well over here, which kind of sucks. I was told by the painter that they did not have good lighting conditions for this, and if you're painting something for someone else, get good lighting conditions. You want a good product to impress them. And the articulation for this gets a swivel as well as up and down, same as the other Hammer Brothers. The body is pretty stout, looking good, and the shell was painted. I'm not sure why these points over here were painted, I guess, but they look pretty good. So far the best on this figure, and the articulation's up and down, a little bit of elbow, a little bit of swivel at the wrist. It's pretty good for a Mario figure. This paint is getting pretty tacky though now. I'm kind of scared. And the feet, while okay, do not look that good at all. The paint is seeping onto the legs and it looks awful. See that? Terrible. Getting the light closer, it just doesn't look good at all, sadly. Yeah, these shoes, as good as they are, aren't great at all, but I wish Jakks would do this. Just make NES counterparts of your figures, really. And we do get a swivel over here, and then a little bit of up and down, a little bit of side to side, and that's kind of it. Kick back and forth, but really, the paint is just awful. It's still tacky on here. And the other Hammer Bro looks marginally better, at least. I don't know. I'm probably gonna get rid of these after this review, sadly. What a bummer on this. They used to be good Hammer Bros. And they're called Hammer Bros without any hammers, so let's see what we can do for that. Not Lego, but Mega Bloks came out with a Mega Bloks Dragons line a while ago, and this mallet looks pretty good for it. I've always loved this one and used it for Mario. I got into Super Mario RPG around the same time that I got this mallet, so it was pretty kismet to put it in the sort of Connects-ish Mario figure, if I may say. Takara, that made the Donkey Kong line, came out with a line of Mario figures, and it worked really well for that. This mallet and that Mario figure was great. I don't know where mine is, though, now, sadly. But suffice to say, this doesn't really fit in here with this piece. I could clip it, but I would lose out on the mallet, so it doesn't fit, sadly. I have to actually break the hand to do that. Next up is Amy's mallet from Lego. It actually fits pretty well. Hey, I didn't expect that. Maybe a little longer handle, and we'd be in business or something. Maybe put a spacer in there. That'd be good, actually. But what I think works pretty well is this mallet from the Simpsons figures. I forget if it was Itchy or Scratchy. One of them, at least. It kind of falls through, but it looks good, though, at least for these two. But either way, these Hammer Bros are going to be no-shows in my collection, as I'll be getting rid of them soon, so yeah, bummer. Gaz is up next, the little toad kid that had the Geno action figure that turned into the Geno that we all know and love. And under the camera, the paint looks pretty good at least, but in real life, the paint is really discolored and very easy to spot. The lines are really uneven, the colors within aren't even. This isn't even a good circle. Come on, what is going on with this? And the head does swivel pretty nicely at least. The body and legs are just simple, yet the paint is wearing off on the character, and the back doesn't look really shiny at all. There's no precaution as to whether the paint will get in my hands or not, is it? I don't know. And the shoes aren't painted really that well. Kind of a bummer on this once again, and there's paint on the arm too. You get up and down and a swivel for the arms, and then nothing for the shoes, and it's rubbing off in me, isn't it? Ugh. And finally, the titular 7 stars that look really nice here. Honestly, I gotta say, for the most part, purple isn't really shiny, and a couple of them have some mispaint. Red has some streaks of orange in it for no reason, and yellow has a little bit of green, and green has a little bit of lighter green, blue is a little bit lighter blue, and this darker blue color, it's fine, and orange is pretty okay too, I guess. But really, this is the sign of someone who has not really painted for people before, just on their own time. It's a bummer because these could have been great, but to me, they are just not at all. These were initially made with the original Mario Superstars that I sent over, and yeah, some sides are painted fully, some sides aren't. It's kind of a bummer. And I also switched out pink for dark blue. Also, I do still have dark blue, but the new remake of the game has replaced dark blue with pink, which is fine by me. And the other side is actually painted all the way, but there are some markings on it, so it's kind of a bummer for this. Honestly, these could have been great, but they're not. And here are the Hammer Bros standing next to Gaz and some of the stars that look pretty good. Let's measure them. The Hammer Bro stands at about 3 1/4 to 4 inches taller, so while the stars stand at about 1 1/4, 1.5 inches tall, while Gaz is around 3 1/4 to 3.5 inches tall, and they look pretty good next to each other, but their faults way outweigh how good they look in a way. But maybe 3D printing will be an improvement. Find out right after this. Hello everyone, and thank you so much for watching so far. Make sure to click like, subscribe, share, leave a comment, and hit the bell icon for more creativity. Now let's get back to it. Let's check out Axem Red. Special thanks to Shinobi Shiro for uploading these files, as well as TW on Facebook for printing them for me. I could not have done this without them. Axem Red's head looks awesome. I love the shine to it. The silver is really great too, and the angry eyebrows are all there. It's really nicely done. Not at fault to anybody, I don't think, but Shinobi Shiro actually went back and made some cuts in the figure to make it take out a little, but also have articulation. But the head is really just on there, and it won't really come off. I can't turn it, so it's a bummer, but Axem Red usually stays forward anyways. The body is just a cylinder of silver. It looks really nice though, and the little balls for the hands are great, as is the body itself, and you get a little bit of sort of pivot up and down, side to side, and a swivel too. And the legs are just there, inert, not really moving, but still, they look wonderful. I love how cute they are, and they're so nice to see. This figure is a real labor of love, I gotta say, and it's just so wonderful. And while the titular axe in the Axem Rangers itself is not really movable out of a hand, it still looks great and imposing. In fact, to do an attack, I really wanted this to happen, and it works out pretty well. I wish the head could move along with it so it could track its opponent, but this is fine, I guess, for now. And I must say, there wasn't really any sanding done afterwards, I don't think. It's fine by me, though. Gives it that old school pixel graphics look from the original game and not the remake, but boy, would I love some remake Axem Rangers. Axem Yellow is up next, and I do like how this looks. It's just a larger, fatter, wider, bigger version of Axem Red. And the head does swivel a little bit, pretty much. It's very tight once again, but you can get it to move, and it works out nicely. The body's pretty much the same, but beefier. The silver looks different for some reason. I'm not sure why, and the handballs are bigger too, at least par for the course. And the legs, once again, are pretty much the same, just wider, thicker, fatter, what have you. They still keep the figure up really well and look great. And you can have Axem Yellow swivel a little bit at the base. It's kind of hard to move, though. I don't want to wreck anything, honestly. He's kind of the opposite in a way of Axem Red. And the axe, once again, is pretty much the same here, but it looks a little more cleaned up and a little bit better, so I am glad for that. Axem Black is up next, and he looks awesome. I love the shades. I love the sniffet mouth. The little point up top is great, but what's best is the head can swivel freely. This is what I want. And it looks so great with this kind of like metallic black sheen all the way around. Axem Black being sort of a counterpart of Gino makes him one of the better ones for me. The body is pretty much different, with Axem Black holding the axe sort of in front of him, and the axe looks really nice over here, as does the silver pretty much all the way around, and the swivels are great for top and bottom. And the feet are the same. Once again, this is just a better Axem Red for me, honestly, with a lot more attack power. The function I wanted works the best over here. What I really think should happen, though, is that there should at least be a top and bottom portion that connects them both and keeps this free to move. Ah! Axem Green is up next. I really love how this one looks, honestly, but there is an issue coming down the line with this guy that makes him not the best. I love how elongated his bullet-like head is, and it looks pretty good, and swiveling this isn't too bad. This is actually kind of the swivel I want. It's funny how all of them have different attributes that I want. It's pretty clever. The body and the axe look great as well. I like how he's holding it too, like a guard. His arms are out really far, looking really nice. I love this body. It's wonderful. And the legs look pretty good too. A little bit more short and squat than the other ones, and he does have a pretty nice swivel. Honestly, one of the better Axem Rangers here, except I feel like he's a bit out of scale with the Axem Rangers. He should be a little bit taller as well. It's kind of a bummer because he looked like he was taller in the games, at least taller than Yellow. Yellow's the wide one, Red's the normal one. This guy should be the tall one, you know? And finally, Axem Pink, the first Ranger you should target as she has a lot of devastating spells that can incapacitate you, is pretty okay. I would honestly say she's one of the worst Rangers in this little bunch of 3D printed ones because of one thing over here. Her chin scrapes against her hand every time she moves. It's awful and interesting design, I think. This arm could be a little longer and this could be a little bit longer. Solve it instantly. And also, the eyelashes wouldn't really print out, instead making this straight line, making her look angrier. I'm cool with it and honestly happy to have the Rangers at all, but yeah, a couple of things could be adjusted to make these way better, honestly. The body and axe are fine. They're good. I like them a lot. I feel like the silver looks different, though. It looks like a more bluish color, which is really strange. I'm not sure what's going on here. The axe looks pretty good, and I do like the hands, too. All in all, it's a pretty nice, cute little figure, I gotta say. Not my favorite Ranger, though, I think. And she has these really high-waisted legs. It's really interesting. I'm not sure what's going on here, but I guess it's fine. Maybe it's a big skirt. I'm not sure. The one girl character in the 90s, I don't know. And she can at least swivel pretty well. A little bit tighter, but also a little looser than the rest. It works fine. Having her in an inert forward-facing pose is okay by me. But having them in an inert forward-facing pose is what they were built for, basically. This is awesome. I love it. We got Axem Pink, Axem Black, Axem Red, Axem Yellow, and Axem Green all together in their splendored glory. And the only thing that would make this even better is if a printout of the blade was in the back, that sort of like Zord head thing. That would have been amazing. But I gotta stress once again, thank you so much to TW on Facebook for printing these, and Shinobi Shiro on Cults 3D for making these prints. I love them. They're gorgeous. I have a few nitpicks, but they can easily be fixed. And honestly, these should be released in a 5-pack. I would just, yeah, get them. And yes, I did get the 7 stars 3D printed here. They look gorgeous, and I love how beautiful they shine. I am so happy to have gotten these. They look phenomenal, and the colors are beautiful. I'm just so happy here. And I also did get pink to swap out with dark blue, but I put dark blue up here because it looks a little better, I think. I don't know, maybe light blue? What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. But no matter how many stars you have, with 3D printing like this, wishes can come true. And for a height comparison, Axem Pink stands at about 3 1/4 to 4 inches tall or so. Axem Red at about 3 1/2 inches tall or so. And Axem Green at about 3 1/2, 3 1/4 inches tall or so. While Axem Black stands at about 3 1/2 inches tall or so. And Axem Yellow stands at about 3 3/4 inches tall or so. Next to the Jakks Specific Super Mario and Sonic the Hedgehog in 4-inch and 2.5-inch scales. The SH Figuarts Bowser, the Jazzwares Pikachu, and the Nendoroid Miles Tails Prower, the 3D printed Geno by Joseph's Junk, the G.I. Joe Classified Series Snake Eyes, and the Jakks Specific Movie Shadow the Hedgehog, the 3D printed Malo made by TS Maker, the SH Figuarts Yoshi, the Mattel Minecraft movie Jack Black Steve, and the Lego Bionicle Gift with Purchase Toa Tahu, the Jakks Specific Princess Peach, the Figma Metroid Dread Samus Aran, the Marvel Legends Animated Series Spider-Man, and the Jakks Specific Homer Simpson. And here are the Axem Rangers next to a Hammer Bro and Gaz. Overall, paint versus print. As much as I am sad to see these painted figures go, oh, who am I kidding? I'm really not. It was a pretty good effort by the painter to make them how I wished these could be for Super Mario RPG. That being said though, the paint quality and paint structure wasn't really that well done. A lot of lines were wavy. A lot of paint is seeping into the figure itself. It's pretty sad to me. But man, these prints knock those paints right out of the water. And an incredible special thanks to TW on Facebook and Shinobi Shiro on Cults 3D for helping me with these. They're awesome. All the Axem Rangers are beautifully done. I love the silver, the different colors on them, and they just really were great in a group shot. Phenomenal. That being said, though, a couple are more loose or tight in the waist and head than I really would like, and I feel like some of them are taller or shorter than they need to be, which is kind of a shame. And a few tweaks here or there would really improve them, especially as I really would like to make some machine-made versions in gunmetal gray and silver. And the 7 stars are just awesome. Enough said. I love how they look. They're basically perfect. They fit well with all the characters, and I'm super happy with getting all of 7 stars. It's been my dream for decades. So if you're a fan of Super Mario RPG, 3D prints, or painting your action figures, then you'll love these. They're pretty good. But I would highly recommend seeking out a high-quality printer and a high-quality set of prints for your figures. They're much better than painting them. But make no mistake, by the power of creativity, wishes can come true. So which figure here is your favorite in this ensemble of 3D printed and painted figures? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching Jesse Hecht Creative. Make sure to click like, subscribe, share, and leave a comment. You can also visit us at jessehechtcreative.com for more reviews like this one. Thank you so much for watching, and keep being creative. Stay tuned.